Hello, ladies. We got Shatika, we got T. Sharon and Gladys. Good evening, ladies. Where is everybody? I show 10 watching. I've only got 3 in chat. I've had a time today. I've been working in the rock garden outside. Trying to get this camera back to where it doesn't have me right up on top of everybody. There's Lanky Danky. Good evening, Lanky Danky. Yeah, I've been moving garden soil, putting it in my rock gardens, planting seeds. I checked the 30-day forecast for this area, and we're not going to be below like the high 30s and even 40s at night for the next whole month. I mean, 30 days. And Easter is the 31st of this month? No, of 31st of March. So, yeah, it's not going to freeze the whole month of March. So I've started putting out seed, even the seed that I normally wait till mid-March to plant. I've been putting them out now. I said if I put them out now and we don't get another freeze and they come up, I'll just get a jump start on the weather and hopefully produce a good garden. And there's Nancy McKay. Good evening, Nancy. Good evening, Nancy. I've got my coffee tonight, Gladys, because I worked in the garden. I come in, I was just so tired. I've been uploading the video. I didn't watch it, so there's liable to be a lot of bloopers in it. I don't know. But I always told everybody that basically my videos are unedited. What you see is what you get. So I was just so tired by the time I got it done. I said, I just can't do anymore. I got to take a shower, lay down for an hour or two, and just rest my bones and take a nap if I can. Little buddy laid down with me. Yeah, I said, hopefully if I drink that cup of coffee, I'm not be yawning much, hopefully. If I could get the lighting in here good, I would have it made. I've done everything I know to do with the lighting. It's either too bright or it's too dark. The outdoor light is the best. There's Snow White. Hello, Snow White. And Kathy 2010. Good evening. And April. Aloha. Aloha from Texas. Light is good. Well, sometimes it can be too bright. And this overhead light had been being too bright. So I took a cloth and kind of covered it a little bit. I still get most of the light through it, but it's not quite as glary. So it helps. When the glare hits me, it makes my hair look half white. My face looks like I'm drained. I don't have any color to my face. It just doesn't do good. And there's Mary. Hello, Mary from Wisconsin. How is Mary tonight? I hope we don't have any internet problems tonight. I may have to start going back on StreamYard to get a decent video or live without it being interrupted. I'm doing great. I'm a little tired because I did quite a bit of work in the rock garden today. I added that garden soil to it, the side one over here, and I actually planted some seed. I planted a couple of cucumber seed right at the tree trunks. You know, the trees that were cut down about 7 foot tall. And I said, how neat is that going to look if I can get cucumber vines to grow up those two tree trunks and have cucumbers? I had poison ivy growing there right after they were cut. And I finally got rid of the poison ivy and it's not been back. So I'm hoping I can get my cucumbers to grow there. April said she planted cucumbers too. Well, I've got my greenhouse full of seed starts. I mean, every pot that I could get my hands on is in the shed with seeds planted. Now, they just need to germinate and come up. I don't know how long it'll take them. But these, I just planted the seeds right out in the little rock garden. I put, believe it or not, hot peppers out there. To me, the pepper plants are pretty. I love to look at the pepper plants, especially if you got red jalapenos or red chili peppers or something like that on them. They look like little Christmas trees to me. So I went ahead and put hot peppers in the rock garden, and I've got, I planted some eggplant seed, and I planted marigolds right along the edge. You know, I put out the seed. I'm hoping the seeds will come up. I mean, I think it'll be really pretty if I have eggplants growing there, hot peppers, and the little marigolds that I told you were so pretty that I was determined to save seeds from. Well, I saved a bunch of seed, and that's what I planted right out there around that little rock garden. So for cucumbers, I have to go wet my cups, tomatoes. I don't have any seeds coming up in the greenhouse yet because, you know, the ones that come up in the trays the first time didn't make it. I've reseeded the trays. I've reseeded every pot out there. And I noticed I got potatoes barely coming up in the pink totes that I planted, you know, like a month ago. It's raining here and my clothes are on the line. Oh no! Well, it's not raining here. We need more rain. But it rained pretty good and then it just stopped, and we're not supposed to get any more rain anytime soon. You're asking me where do I get my seeds? Various places. I order them from Gurney's on the internet sometimes. I buy them in Walmart. Hey, I just bought yellow squash seed and two different flower seeds in the Dollar Tree. I went in there the other day to get some buckets because I needed some more buckets to go to my pink totes, you know, for that compost tea to drain in. So I went in there and bought me 7 buckets, and they had seeds, 4 packages for $1. So I got 4 packages. I got 2 packages of the yellow squash, and I got 1 package or 2 packages of different flower seeds. And I got some of those flower seeds in the greenhouse in those trays to see if I can get them to germinate to come up. Yeah, I'm not choosy about my seeds. I mean, I found that the Dollar Tree seeds are just as good as what you buy anywhere else, and they're a whole lot cheaper. Why pay $4 or $5 for a package of seed when you can get a package for 25 cents? Well, thank you, Kathy. I've only got 1 thumbs up. What's up with that, y'all? Let's see. I can't see up there. I got 6. Looks like maybe 6 thumbs up. It's Gurney. I think it's Gurney.com. You can get all kind of seeds from them, and they ship them out pretty quick. I've ordered them off of Amazon. In fact, I ordered Black Beauty zucchini from Amazon today because when I was in Walmart, I forgot to get zucchini seed. Would you believe it or not, I got home and found a package I had here with my seeds. That's me. I've got a whole shopping bag full of seeds. And I've got so many seeds I can't find them. You know what I'm saying? And I bought that. I had it ordered. It'll be here tomorrow. And I found a package that has not even been opened in my bag. So I put out some of those today in the half barrels in front of the green garden shed back there. I said, I think they'll do good if I can get them started this early and get them to really growing good if we're not going to get any more freezes. They should really produce for me. Yeah, I've got so many seeds now. Some of them aren't exactly the ones I wanted to get to plant today, but hey, I've got a ton of seeds, plus all the seeds that I save every year. I mean, I've got cilantro seeds, I've got all kind of seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, all kind of seeds that I saved every year in that bag as well. I laugh about it and I said I'm seed poor. I got so many seeds I don't know what to do with them. I got pomegranate seed and I'm dying to see if I can grow a pomegranate tree. You love to watch? Well, I'm glad you love to watch Snow White. Oh, I wish I had seeds from Money Tree, Gladys. I'd be planting them all over my yard. Yeah, see, I go to Gurney's, and usually it's because I want to order something special because it's something that I can't get anywhere else. But Amazon, their prices aren't too bad. But it just depends on what I want. Like I said, usually I pick them up at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Walmart. I can get most of them at Walmart for, what, $1.97 a package or $2.96 a package. And like I said, Dollar Tree for four for $1. You can't beat that. Yeah, I'd love to get a pomegranate tree to live here. I've grown avocado trees, but they don't make it through the winter. It gets down cold enough for 4 or 5 nights off and on that it'll kill an avocado tree. It'll kill the oh heck, that other tree that I planted. And I started it from seed. I ordered the seed, got them started, got several trees started, but it will not make it through the winter months. Unless you've got somewhere, a greenhouse inside that you can keep heated, you're not going to keep one of those I can't think of the name of that tree, y'all. And everybody swore I couldn't even get one started here. But I got one started, and in fact, 2 of them, and they got like 5 foot tall. And I gave one to my son, was in a little pot that I got started. But of course, it didn't make it through the winter months. You saw my banana trees. I hope they survive. I've never planted banana trees before, so I'm having to do research on them to grow them. And there's Amy Davis. Hello, Amy. Well, I'm doing fine, just a little tired. Been working in the rock garden all day. I'm uploading a video on what I did so I can post it in the morning. Connie may not be coming in. She came home work from... I know, that woman does too much. She really shouldn't be working, I don't think. Yeah, I realize banana trees need a lot of water. They like a lot of compost. And unless I can keep them probably growing in a pot, I don't know of any place here on my property that I can put them in the sun to where they'll get a lot of water, except in a pot. Those buckets I've got them planted in, I'm going to try to find some kind of drip pan to go at the bottom of the bucket. I mean, I know I've got this much reserve in the bottom, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. I might get like a pan that's big enough to set the bucket in, that's a little bit higher than where the hole is in the bucket, to catch the runoff, to make sure that it keeps moisture inside. And Abby, Dab, and Alex, well, hello, welcome to our chat tonight. Yeah, I got the frame fixed. I haven't put anything on it yet. I'm thinking this summer I might use it as a trellis just for my plants to grow up on, like beans and my 12-foot high grape tomatoes, the ones that want to grow on forever. Sing to the banana trees and understand they like music. I took my tomato plant inside and got 2 tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't have any plants yet. I've just planted some seeds in the greenhouse. They've not come up yet. But I've got a lot more to plant. In fact, I've got to get some more little pots and put some garden soil and stuff in them to plant me some more tomato seeds. And I'll just line them up on the ground under the 2 shelves along the wall on each side of the greenhouse, because I got to get me some tomato plants started. And I might decide to plant them right in the totes when I start on this side of the yard, because I haven't started on the old side of the garden yet. You know, all the gray totes and stuff. I haven't put dirt in those yet. I mean, I've still got the compost and everything from last year, but I want to add some of that rich garden soil and stuff to them. And then I may plant some tomato seeds, just put it right in there. Seems like I do the best when I take the seed and put it right in the pot or the tote where I want it to grow, and it'll come up there. I have 2 people wanting to buy things from me. One is $10 and the one I couldn't find is $50, but I found it anyway. What kind of things are they wanting to buy from you, Susan? I had to get my coffee tonight. I don't want to start yawning. A Pez Wizard of Oz set. Wow, you collect all kind of stuff, huh? And the one for $50 is a Derek Thomas autographed card. Wow. Well, you know, like I said, I may be planting too early, but from the 30-day forecast, the whole next month of March, we're not going to get any freezes at night. And I'm being sparingly with my seed. So if I have to replant, you know, my pots and my totes will be ready, and I can just go around and replant the seed wherever I need to go. But I said, oh my God, if I can get stuff to come up this early and get it to grow a whole month before planting season, My garden will do fantastic this year because a lot of it will produce before the weather gets so hot that it kills everything. It's hard when there's not a lot of daylight. Well, we're getting enough daylight here. And there's Kia Ellis. Hello. Welcome to our chat. Jumping on the live on your way home over the mountain. Yeah, I was watching one of my friend's videos where he plants all kind of fruit trees in the great big, like the laundry basket type tubs that I've got out here. And he's having a lot of good success with his. But a lot of his trees, he moves inside a big greenhouse, a great big plastic greenhouse that he built. And he keeps them heated with grow lights and all this stuff in the cold winter months. And see, I can't do that. I'm hoping my banana trees will live outside. And from what I understand, the banana tree, the top will die. It'll die down. But if it's rooted, it'll come back up from like the bulb part of the bottom of the banana tree, if that makes sense. And it'll have new sprouts come up in the spring of next year. I mean, that's what those little pups were that I planted. Those are little pups off of a big banana tree. It sends out shoots, putting out new growth. So your banana tree may look dead, but it'll come back up the next year. If it gets plenty of compost, plenty of water, that type of thing. Well, Connie did make it. I didn't know if you were going to make it or not, Connie. Yeah, that's where these little baby plants came from. One of my subscribers mentioned on my video, she said, "Why are your banana trees so small?" And I told her, I said, "Well, they're called pups. They're pups off the big tree that come up from the bottom, you know." And I said, that's how you start a new banana tree, is you get one of the pups that's growing down there that's got roots on it and stuff, and then you plant it. And pretty soon you'll have pups of your own coming up from that tree. And I'll have to take them out of those buckets, I know. But they're so small at this point, I just want to see if they're going to survive in the bucket. And if they do, I'm going to put them in one of the bigger pots. Yeah, they like to grow in clumps. And there's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Just in case I didn't notice you were here before. Yeah, I'll think of something, but my yard, I've got so many shade trees where I've got them behind the shed, is basically, that is a good spot, and in front of the shed would be a good spot to put a banana tree because it needs a lot of sun. They don't like to grow in the shade. You have mostly the apple banana. But like I said, I've never planted banana trees before, so I decided I'd try them just to see what happens. And like I said, if they survive and start to grow, I can move them out of the buckets and put them in a bigger pot. I can put them in one of them like 30, 35 gallon, I don't know, maybe even 40 gallon pots that I've got that I can switch them over to. And the ice cream banana, oh, That sounds good. Ice cream banana. Well, I looked up what kind of banana tree would be good to plant in this area, and this is the one that came up. So, and like I said, I'm on top of this mountain. My yard stays really dry. So I don't know that it would survive if I tried putting it in the ground. It's probably way too dry for it. So I'm just going to try growing them in the big pots. Creamy banana tree. You're making me want a banana right now. I love bananas. Y'all get you a cup of coffee. Got to come to Maui, girls. Yeah, we got to go to Maui. We've got to plan us a trip to Maui and visit April. I down that cup of coffee. Pint of coffee. That should keep me awake. Sharon says, nah, something stronger. If I drank anything stronger, it would knock me out. I can't drink alcohol. I'm allergic to whatever that's in it, like the barley and all that stuff that's in alcohol and beer and wine coolers. I'm allergic to that stuff. It'll relax me, but it's like taking a stay awake pill to me because it does something to my system that just wires me. It's like I'm just zoned to stay awake. You can't go to sleep to save your life. So, because somebody told me, said, well, back years ago when I couldn't sleep at night, that was when my first husband and I first split up. They said, get you a 6-pack of wine coolers and drink one at night before you go to bed. Well, I bought a 6-pack. I drank one before I went to bed one night. It kept me up all night. I said, well, this isn't going to work. This is worse than drinking coffee to me. Not only did it keep me awake, but I had an allergic reaction. So it was like, whoa. I'm allergic to all that stuff, T. Sharon. I can't drink tequila. Can't drink any of it. Now, like I said, years ago when my son would come over with his boat and we'd go out on the lake, it'd get hot. And he'd always have, Pepsis, Cokes, Mountain Dews. He'd have beer, all kind of, cans of beer in his cooler. And he'd grab one and say, hey, Mom, you want a cool one to cool off? It's hot out here. So once in a while, I'd say, sure, give me one. So I'd drink a can of beer with him. But I usually only would drink one, and that was it. I mean, I drink one can of beer and I'm slurring. I'm a lightweight, cheap date. I usually drink the Mountain Dews or the Pepsi or the Coke, that type of thing, or a bottle of water. Or a Gatorade or something, I don't usually drink the alcohol. There's Paul's in the garden. Well, hello, Paul's. How's Paul's doing this evening? Gladys says rum. Oh, no, she just said Nancy yum. I thought she said rum. My dog had to be put on the different medication. His paws were swollen. Oh no. What was making his paws swell up, April? Yeah, most people don't like the taste of beer. I mean, I told y'all one time I got this recipe where you marinated your roast in beer overnight and then you cooked it. And I ended up throwing that roast away as much as it cost. I couldn't eat it. The taste of that beer in that meat, in that roast, just, it grossed me out. I said, well, I'll know that for sure. I will never, ever put beer in any meat again. Oh, poor little dog. Yeah, I can imagine. Gladys, you're already a wild woman. You don't need the beer. I'm started to naked moonshine for fun. That moonshine will do something to you. Got a gnat flying around. It was in the 80s today, y'all. When I come in the house after I quit working in the rock garden, my clothes were actually wet with sweat. That's how hot it was outside. I made tacos tonight, Gladys, so come over. I'm coming over too, Snow White. I like tacos. And it's already in the 80s, and it said temperatures should rise on Monday. Yeah, we got 47 for a low tonight. The high will be 70 tomorrow, so it won't be quite as hot. But 40 tomorrow night, 76 Saturday, 53 Saturday night, 83 Sunday, 55 at night. Monday, 91 degrees and 68 Monday night. Tuesday, 85 with a high of 55 Tuesday night. Wednesday will be a cold day. It'll be 58 degrees for a high, 39 Wednesday night. Thursday, 59 during the day, 39 Thursday night. And then it starts warming back up again. 69 Friday, 45 at night, 73 Saturday, 50 at night. So, and no rain. We need rain. But, you know, they say that this is the driest month for Texas is February. March and April, we should start getting some quality rain, hopefully. But you never know because of the way everything is changing, our temperature's changing. Who knows what the rain forecast is going to look like. Gladys said she drank moonshine one time and had 3 children. And you didn't mind it a bit, did you, Gladys? No, April, that coffee smells like skunk. So, T. Sharon, you don't like coffee or beer, huh? Where is Susan tonight? I knew I was missing somebody. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to reach to get this. I don't know where Susan is. There she is. I thought you left us. We don't have Randy in the house tonight. She may be listening. That sounds good, Susan. Well, if I've learned anything over the years of gardening, you have the best of luck if you can plant the seeds in the pot or the ground wherever they're going to grow. Because if those seeds germinate and come up in that spot, more than likely they're going to grow and produce a good plant. You don't have to transplant it. A lot of times I'll lose a plant by transplanting it. Hi, Loretta. Welcome to chat tonight. Yeah, I try to start my seeds in the same soil that they're going to grow in. Because a lot of times when you start them in one soil medium and then put them over in the spot where they're going to grow, it'll cause the plant to die. So a lot of times, even if I have potting mix to start seeds in, I'll mix it with my regular dirt, or I'll mix it with some compost or something. Well, Susan, I hate to hear that you're having a crappy night emotionally. Maybe we can cheer you up a little bit. Yeah, I know. I've tried it. I've taken seeds, put them out on a wet paper towel, covered them over, put them in a plastic bag. They'll sprout. You can, take them and plant them that way. But there's so many different ways to start seeds. That you just have to choose the one that works the best for you and your situation, where you're growing stuff and that type of thing. Because what sometimes works for one person will not work for another. That's one reason I try to stress the fact that I'm in north central Texas. This is a whole different world of growing plants outside versus California, the West Coast versus East Coast of North Carolina, South Carolina, all of that area. So you have to pick what grows the best for your area too, and how to plant for your area. I've seen little old ladies take cut potatoes, walk around down their backyard and throw them out in a row on the ground, not cover them up or nothing. Come back with a bunch of hay, throw the hay straw over them, and just leave them. And they got potatoes growing. If I did that, my potatoes, my little pieces of potato, would shrivel up and get hard like a potato chip. Because it would get so hot in the summertime it would fry them. Mine have to be under the dirt. Linda text Shelly. I can't. I'm using my camera, my phone for my camera. I can't text on it right now. And I don't have her information, I don't think, on. Well, let me see. I don't know if I can. Oh, I'm not finding her. Hmm. Well, I can't text anybody right now, Gladys. It's the pits when you're using your phone for your camera, and you can't text and do stuff on your phone when you're using it for your camera. I hardly ever remove suckers off of my plants. I'm sorry to hear that, Connie. Connie, you're doing too much, I think. Yeah, I thought I could bring her Shelly's email address up, but I'm not bringing it up on this app here, so I'll have to just wait. Can't do it. Yeah, Connie needs to stop work and she keeps pushing herself. She does too much. That's why I stopped working. I can't work 8-hour shifts anymore without it killing me. I mean, it does me in to get out and do what I did today, but at least I can stop. I'm not doing it for 8 hours. Oh my goodness, Connie, I hate to hear that. Well, your daughter or your husband should be helping you take a bath when you're in that situation. Well, hi, Living Life Loving. Glad to see you came in to say hi. Glad to see you. Gladys says, Connie, I'm coming over. My bed has wheels. Just be careful driving, Gladys. We don't want you to get into a wreck. Don't want you to wreck your bed. Listening while I feed my water and water my hens. I kind of wish I had some chickens, but I don't know what I'd do with chickens. I'd love getting the eggs from them because I love fresh eggs. My neighbor down the street that has the chickens across the street from me, she brought me a dozen eggs the other day. It was kind of neat to get fresh eggs. And once in a long while, when I go to my son's house, I might end up with a dozen eggs, but I don't get over there very often, so. And sometimes when I do get over there, it's hot weather, and the hen, they don't lay eggs in hot weather, so. eat them a lot. Yeah, there's a little bit of difference in fresh eggs that you get right from the chicken and the ones you buy in the store. I know when I was little growing up, we'd get fresh eggs from my grandmother's a lot. And anytime I was up at her house, if I spent the night, I always got fresh eggs for breakfast. Bacon that come out of the smokehouse. Sausage that come from the smokehouse. You get 7 eggs a day. Yeah, a friend of mine told me, they said, if you got 2 or 3 chickens at the most, just me being one person, they said those 3 chickens would give me more than enough eggs that I'd want. But I don't know if I'd stop with just 2 or 3 chickens. If I got chickens, I'd probably want more than that. They give you amazing fertilizer, right? Even rabbits. I mean, rabbits, oh my God, they multiply like crazy. You could start a rabbit business, and they give you fantastic fertilizer for your garden, too. Rabbits do. And the good thing about their little pellets that they drop, you can use those right away. Where chicken manure, you've got to be careful because that stuff is pretty powerful. And if you're not careful using the chicken manure, it can burn your plants up because it only takes a little bit. You'd eat the chickens. Well, yeah, I used to do that too because when my grandmother wanted chicken to cook for fried chicken for Sunday, she'd just go outside in the yard and grab her a chicken, wring his neck, and I'd help her pluck the feathers, and she'd clean that thing and bring it to the house and fry it up. That was some good chicken. I've never eaten rabbit. I've only had a rabbit as a pet. I don't think I would want to eat a rabbit. But I know a family that raised rabbits and they ate them too. And they'd sell them for pets. Yeah, they can actually be 2 months old. But, I guess they keep them refrigerated. That's the difference. Because you can keep fresh eggs a long time as long as you don't wash them and just leave them on the counter in a bowl or anything. Just they can stay on the counter for a long time. Because used to they didn't have refrigeration, and people always had eggs. Rabbit soup. Yeah, like I said, I've never eaten rabbit. If I had rabbits, I'd want them just for pets. But I know they multiply like crazy. You start with 2 rabbits and you'll end up with 50 before you know it. Your girls were in 4-H and FFA. You raised rabbits. I bet it was fun. I love rabbits. I had a pretty white, fluffy rabbit in a cage out here, and oh, that rabbit was huge. He got so big. Yeah, I'm going to start some laundry right after my live is over tonight. I've been putting it off and putting it off, and I said I guess I can get it all washed up before I go to bed tonight. You say rabbit meat is tough, T. Sharon. Like I said, I don't know. I've never tried it. You were raised on rabbit and squirrels. Well, now I've eaten squirrels before. Because my brothers would go squirrel hunting, And they'd aggravate my mama till she cooked squirrel and rice. It was good. I mean, we'd eat it. Wasn't a whole lot of meat on those little bones, but it was pretty good. And my ex-husband, my first husband, he used to hunt squirrels and we'd cook them. He never liked me to go hunting with him because I wouldn't let him shoot anything. I told him they were too pretty to shoot. Don't shoot the squirrels. But I guess if I got hungry enough, I wouldn't mind him shooting them. Oh, wow. You raised 300 meat chickens on my daughter's property. October to June. And I know that's some good eating. Fresh chickens are good to eat. When you know you don't have a lot of chemicals that are fed to the chickens, they're not inoculated with antibiotics and all this other stuff. Play the game and bet more people will come in. Well, look what I chose for the prize tonight. The little pet toy. So I know some of you that's got pets would probably like it. It's a little doggy toy. I put it down in the floor one day just to and it is a cat. I mean, see the little cat face with his eyes? Little buddy didn't care much for it. He just walked off and said, "Hey, I'm not playing with that thing. That's a doggy toy." April says my dog heard that. I bet Susan's little Cece heard it too. Hi, Janet. Welcome to our chat tonight. We're just getting ready to start playing. And like I said, I just showed the little pet toy. It's a cat. That's the cat face. You can see the eyes up in there. So whoever wins that, hopefully will have a pet that they can give that to. Okay, let's see if we can get started with some questions. She came to see what it was. She wants you to win, Susan, so you got to get busy. She's in your lap now. She wants you to win that toy for her. Okay, first question. In the movie Slumdog Millionaire, 18-year-old Jamal Malik is a contestant on the Indian version of what TV show? And part of the question gives the answer away. In the movie Slumdog Millionaire, 18-year-old Jamal Malik is a contestant on the Indian version of what TV show? My dog doesn't play with toys. He heard that and ran out to check on the hens. He's a guard dog, huh? April got it. Who wants to be a millionaire? April is our first question winner tonight. 1 point for April. Woohoo, April. No, we made the agreement. We're going to rotate all of the ones we got. We're still on the 21st century. We got these many on the stack to go through before we've completed the 21st century. So, and then we still got the other box, but we don't usually go through that one. What band was founded by former Navarian drummer Dave Grohl, Grohl? What band was founded by former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl? Grohl. It said, what band was founded by former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl? Grohl is his last name. Foo Fighters. Connie got it. Yay, Connie. Woohoo, Connie. What MLB team was Barry Bonds playing for when he broke the record for the most home runs in one season? What MLB team was Barry Bonds playing for when he broke the record for the most home runs in one season? Not White Sox, not Pirates. Well, Sue, we started playing and it dropped down to 24. I don't know that people like trivia. We just lost some people by starting to play. We lost at least 7 people by starting trivia. San Francisco. Connie got it. Woohoo, Connie. What mobile company was the exclusive seller of iPhones in the U.S. from 2007 until 2011? Gotta take the dog out. AT&T, living life loving, got it. Woohoo! Living life loving. What mobile company was the exclusive seller? Oh, we just asked that one. I didn't think we had asked it, but we did. We've dropped down to 23 now. Evidently, people don't like trivia. On what dry, inhospitable planet do Rey and BB-8 meet in Star Wars? The Force Awakens. On what dry, inhospitable planet do Rey and BB-8 meet in Star Wars? The Force Awakens. Earth, no. It's a name that I can't even pronounce. On what dry, inhospitable planet do Rey and BB-8 meet in Star Wars? The Force Awakens. What planet were they on? Vulcan? No, it's not Vulcan. Living life loving, got it. Woohoo! Living life loving. There's the answer right there. If you can see it, I don't know if it's going to focus in on it. It won't focus. I can't show you the card. It's just not going to cooperate and focus for me. But it's Jakku is how it's spelled. And she got it right. Who designed the famous green dress that Jennifer Lopez wore in the Grammy Awards in 2000? Who designed the famous green dress that Jennifer Lopez wore to the Grammy Awards in 2000? I remember that dress. Nobody could wear that dress like Jennifer Lopez. What designer? Okay, Living Life Loving. It was Versace. Woohoo! Living Life Loving. You go. Which talk show features 12 days of giveaways? Which talk show features 12 days of giveaways? And y'all, I think that Firesider's been working. I've been taking my home remedy of it every day. I heat a spoonful up in like that much water in a glass, and I drink it while it's hot. And it's been helping. Nope, not The View. Which talk show features 12 days of giveaways? We've dropped down to 22 now. Why is people leaving? I thought everybody wanted to play trivia tonight. I don't want people to leave chat. Living Life Loving, Ellen. Yep, it's Ellen DeGeneres Show. Woohoo! Living Life Loving. You're on a roll. What single season record did slugger Mark Reynolds break during the 2009 season while playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks? What single season record did slugger Mark Reynolds break during the 2009 season while playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks? What was the record that he broke? Living Life Loving got it. It was strikeouts. It was strikeouts for the season. You go, Living Life Loving. I know. They need to come back. We're dropped down to 22 now. We're still losing them. We're still losing people. I mean, if this keeps up, I'm not going to be able to do trivia anymore because we're losing people by playing trivia. In 2008, who was arrested on charges of running the largest Ponzi scheme in history? In 2008, who was arrested on charges of running the largest Ponzi scheme in history? If you want to stop, then stop. Unscored. I'm here but don't know the answers. Maybe that's why they're leaving. See, I've dropped down to 21 now. April got it. Madoff. She kind of spelled it a little bit wrong, but April got it first. Yay, April. Now we're down to 20. Everybody's leaving, y'all. And they probably won't come back tonight even if we stop because they think we're still playing. I sounded it, LOL. Well, you go, April. What is James P. Sullivan's nickname in Monsters, Inc.? What is James P. Sullivan's nickname in Monsters, Inc.? Right. It depends on the slack in time, how fast the keyboard works, how fast you can type your answer in. So if your computer lags just a little bit, or it has lag time, you might not get your answer in. Living Life Loving. Wait a minute. Nope, it's T. Sharon. It's Sully. T. Sharon got it. Woohoo! T. Sharon. See, Connie's just coming up with the answer for the question we've already went by. So hers is lagging some. Whoop, whoop, Sharon. What hit songs begins Party Rock is in the house tonight and everybody just have a good time? What hit song begins Party Rock is in the house tonight and everybody just have a good time? Kiss my butt. Gladys. Had to get popcorn juice off my finger. Party Rock Anthem, Living Life Lovin'. Woohoo, Living Life Lovin', you go. On what sitcom does Neil Patrick Harris play a womanizing playboy named Barney Stinson? On what sitcom does Neil Patrick Harris play a womanizing playboy named Barney Stinson? What's the name of the show? Blah, blah. Well, we got one that came back, but we need more. I was up to about 34 people in chat. And then when we started playing trivia, it dropped down to 20. And one came back. Two came back. Living Life Loving, How I Met Your Mother. And Connie come in second. It was How I Met Your Mother. So Living Life Loving got in on the wire. What NBA team won their fourth championship in 2017? I like Tim Doogie Howser. What WNBA team won their fourth championship in 2017? Yeah, you were close, Janet. What WNBA team won their fourth championship in 2017? Nope, not Cavaliers, not Golden State Warriors. What WNBA team won their fourth championship in 2017? Who Married Your Mother was a funny show. Yeah, I've seen that a time or two, April. Hey guys, you notice we haven't had trolls in here tonight so far. They just kind of backed off. Not Celtics. Not Chicago. The night's young. Yeah, the night's young. They're liable to come back. What WNBA team won their fourth championship in 2017? Maybe their internet is off. Maybe, hopefully. Maybe they have no internet. They can't troll tonight. They are having meltdowns. Well, maybe that'll keep the trolls out. Where's Susan? She should be in here. She's right above you, Gladys. She just said they're having meltdowns. Minnesota Lynx. Yay, Connie. Whoop, whoop, Connie. Are none of your boys home, Gladys? I started to say you need to start asking them the answers. They probably know. What website provided free 1-hour delivery in major cities, infamously declared bankruptcy in 2001? What website provided free 1-hour delivery in major cities, infamously declared bankruptcy in 2001? You just every once in a while to let you know I'm here. Right, Susan, because we don't want you to leave us. You've been having trouble lately? I've had a little bit of trouble with mine too, but it's because they've been fooling around with the internet. Spectrum's been updating everything again and just messing us up. Not Instacart. It says, what website provided free 1-hour delivery in major cities, infamously declared bankruptcy in 2001? I barely even remember this. I mean, I know I never even went to that website. Here comes more rain, gotta go in. Yeah, we don't want you to get wet, April. Not Webvan. TT shit. Wait a minute. Living Life Loving got it. It's spelled a little off, but it's Cosmo.com. Cosmo.com. Living Life Loving. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What Tim Burton movie was the second highest grossing movie of 2010? What Tim Burton movie was the second highest grossing movie of 2010? Yeah, I know. There's so many of them that have come and gone. You don't remember all those old ones. The Nightmare Before Christmas. No. No, not Christmas Carol. What Tim Burton movie was the second highest grossing movie of 2010? Alice in Wonderland. Living Life Loving. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop, whoop. How y'all like my whoop? That was one of the movies your friend loved. Love Johnny Depp. Whoop, whoop. You love my whoop? My whoop, whoop. Pop musicians hail from what country? Pop musicians hail from what country? I don't know. I thought we had a bunch of them right here in the United States. Maybe not. But this is K-pop musicians hail from what country? It's not just pop, it's K-pop. K-pop. Musicians hail from what country? Not England. Not Japan. Sexy. Sexy's not a place, Gladys. Sexy's not a country. It's Korea, but it's South Korea. Yeah, South Korea. Susan's got it. She's got to win quite a few more questions because she's got to win that toy for Cece. What city is the setting for the crime drama The Shield? Yeah, Korean food is pretty good. I've eaten some of it, not a whole lot, but I have eaten some. It was pretty good. I like Thai food too, but usually it's a little spicy and hot for me, but it is good. Okay, what does LA... You mean Los Angeles? Living Life Loving's got it. LA, Los Angeles. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Living Life Loving. The one thing I don't care for is the Indian, what do they call it? Hot and spicy and very sexy. Hi, vegan menu. Welcome to chat. I was trying to remember the name of that food that I don't care for. Um, oh heck. Curry, that's it, curry. I never cared for curry. Some of the spices that go in it, and it's so hot, spicy wise, that I don't care. I never have cared for Indian curry. I got 20 likes showing. What team traded sluggers Alex Rodriguez to the New York Yankees? What team traded slugger Alex Rodriguez to New York Yankees? What team was it that transferred him over to the New York Yankees? Well, I might like it. It just depends. I've never tried it, but a few times. But the few times I did try, oh, I hated it. So, I mean, depending on how it's fixed, what it is, I might like it. I don't know. But so far, anytime I've ever tried it, I didn't like it. Not Dallas, not Atlanta. Yeah, it might depend on who makes it, what they put in it. Not Milwaukee. Although one of the answers was real close. Rangers, Connie got it. It's the Texas Rangers. Whoop, 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 Connie. Yay. That's the reason I said whoever said Dallas was close, but it wasn't Dallas. That'd been the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Texas Rangers. BFE Mildred, Texas. What novel set a record with over 15 million copies sold worldwide in the first 24 hours after its release in 2007? What novel set a record with over 15 million copies sold worldwide in the first 24 hours after its release in 2007? Harry Potter, the vegan menu got it. Whoop, whoop, vegan menu. It was Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. You know, Harry Potter was pretty popular. And I guess it still is with some of the kids, but when it first started out, oh my God, you heard nothing except Harry Potter this and Harry Potter that. I watched some of the series myself that they had. Sharon was before that. Oh, yeah, you're right. T.T. Sharon is actually the one that got it. Sorry about that, Sharon. You know there is a... No, I didn't know that vegan menu. I didn't know there was a Harry Potter cookbook. What kind of stuff do they have in it? Wonder what kind of food they've got in a Harry Potter cookbook. I know recipes, but what kind of recipes? I mean, they ate some weird food in that movie, those movies. Regular recipes. Yeah, I gave them both a point, Gladys. It was my mistake. "35-year-old son is all about Harry Potter." Yep, a lot of people love Harry Potter. Witch's brew. Yeah, that's what I figured would be in the Harry Potter recipe, would be witch's brew recipes and stuff, some weird stuff. Weird porridge recipes and just odd stuff. Oh, Disney even has a ride or something from it. Wow, that's pretty neat. Spiders and crickets, yeah. You saw the book on eBay? Kind of like the cafe that used to be on 377 up here. It was the Roadkill Cafe. And they had a menu. It was actual roadkill. It would have stuff like possum burgers and raccoon hash or raccoon chili or armadillo pie or something. And of course, they didn't serve all that. It was usually beef or pork or chicken. But it was just the name that was kind of the neat thing, to go in there and read the menu and see what they were calling each thing. You got your granddaughter one for Christmas? You have a pizza place and the Roadkill pizza was the best? I have 25 on my screen and they should of at least say they're leaving a Y, LOL. Well, a lot of them are silent viewers. I've got 21 thumbs up, 28 watching right now. But, they're not all in chat. Some of them are just watching, but I lost 14 people right after I started playing trivia. It hasn't been back up to 35 or 34 since I started. Vegan, are you vegan? No, I'm not vegan. I love my meat. I love chicken, fish, beef. I mean, I don't overeat red meat and stuff like that. I eat mostly chicken or fish, pork. But I eat a lot of vegetables. I love vegetables, but I just, I make stir fry with a little bit of beef cut in it or chicken cut in it. She's asking the chatter named vegan menu. Oh, I see. Vegan, are you a vegan? I thought she was asking me, but yeah, I see now. Gladys says she loves anything that doesn't eat her. Maybe she has a vegan restaurant. Maybe. Who knows? Well, where'd vegan go? She's not answering. Party poopers. Your vegan menu, do you have a vegan restaurant or something? We're just asking. She's eating. She is vegan. Oh, you watched my apple fritter. They were good too. Oh my gosh, apple fritters are good. If you like apple pie, you'll like apple fritters. You'd love to own one someday. Yeah, I never could eat tofu. I bought some one time and tried to fix stir fry with it. I ended up picking every piece of that tofu out of my stir fry and threw it in a garbage can. I could not eat that stuff. It was gross. How do people eat that? My 9-year-old granddaughter is vegan. She won't eat any meat. Yeah, me too, Susan. I was raised on meat and potatoes. Yeah, I heard so much stuff about tofu. It's supposed to be so healthy and all this. And I got some and I tried to fry it up in the frying pan and took it out and then put my vegetables in and then later put my tofu back in. It come out soggy and ooh, it had no taste. And they claim it took on the taste of whatever you cooked with it. It didn't. Yeah, I had to pick out all that tofu out of that stir fry and throw it away before I could even eat my vegetables, my stir fry. I had it on the Who Hot buffet. Well, I've seen videos where they fry it in what do they call them? The woks, and it looks like it comes out real crispy. How do they do that? Mine did not get fried crispy. It didn't get crispy at all. 6-year-old daughter finally said she wants to eat like her cat and dog. You make your own oatmeal. Yeah, but your body does need a certain quantity of meat to build red blood cells and that type of thing. Yeah, I don't like the texture of tofu. It just grossed me out. It had no taste to me. So that stuff went in the garbage and I never bought it anymore. I said that was the biggest waste of money I ever spent. Yeah, they eat fish, they eat chicken, they eat beef, lambs, goats. And goat milk, I mean, goat meat is good. It's just as good as beef, only it's a little bit greasier than beef. I don't remember what kind of tofu I got, but it was not firm. It was not firm at all. It was the only kind of tofu they had. I don't remember what it was, but it was tofu. What would you add to tofu? I mean, I fried mine up and I was going to put it in a stir fry vegetable mix, but I couldn't eat it. Yeah, soured milk. Yeah, like I've planted oh, what is the name of it? It's the root vegetable. It's not a turnip, not a parsnip. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. But I planted some last year and it got so hot the plants died. So they never produced anything, but I've replanted them this year. Bake it. I guess if you bake it, it dries it out some, huh? Not rutabaga, even though I think I planted some rutabaga. It's like a rutabaga, but it's a different one. It's a white rooted plant, and there's like stems that come up from it, not just one stem. Turnips I love. I just haven't been able to get turnips to grow here to do anything yet because it always got too hot and it killed them before they could produce a turnip. My leeks too. I love leeks. I've never found any hummus that I can stand either. I don't buy it, Susan. I don't even. I was trying to think of the name of that plant. I've planted seeds for them, and some of the seeds I've got are coming up, and some of them aren't. But I can't think of the name offhand. It's like a turnip, but it's not a turnip. I can't remember. Okay, next question. What 80s star wrote the music and lyrics for the Broadway musical Kinky Boats? Not Kinky Boat, Kinky Boots. What 80s star wrote the music and lyrics for the Broadway musical Kinky Boots? I'm sprouting some chickpeas, then I will eat them while they're alive. I've never tried to grow chickpeas. I've eaten them, but I've never tried to grow any. Not Nancy Sinatra, Cyndi Lauper, or Janet Hooks. Whoop whoop, Janet, you go, girl. In the science fiction movie Blade Runner 2049, what are the bioengineered humans that work as slaves known as? In the science fiction movie Blade Runner 2049, what are the bioengineered humans that work as slaves known as? Not women. Bloobs, no. Bogs, no. Not biology. Kiss my butt. Gladys, be nice. In the science fiction movie Blade Runner 2049, what are the bioengineered humans that work as slaves known as? Oh, there it goes. Living Life Loving. Replicants. That's what they're called. Replicants. Whoop, 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 whoop. Living Life Loving. What Discovery Channel series follows two participants surviving in the wilderness for 21 days with no clothes? What Discovery Channel series follows two participants surviving in the wilderness for 21 days with no clothes? Could you imagine being thrown out in the wilderness to survive for 21 days with no clothes on? Naked and Afraid. Janet Hooks got it. Woo-hoo! Janet Hooks. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Was not happy G-strings, Gladys. Although they would have been happy to have had a G-string, I'm sure, since they had no clothes. Yeah, animals would attack you. Blade Runners are the cops. We're back down to 29. What team based in Seattle joined the WNBA in 2000? What team based in Seattle joined the WNBA in 2000? Yeah, and the places you get bit. What team based in Seattle joined the WNBA in 2000? And it could be men against women, man against woman. Sunburn, yeah. I'd be hiding under a shade tree if there was any. I'd be making leaf skirts. I'd be wearing leaf limbs, tree limbs, and I'd make me a grass skirt if there was any growing. Okay, I'm going to ask this question again. Supersonic coconut bra. Yeah, if there was coconuts growing out there, you could make you a coconut bra. What team based in Seattle joined the WNBA in 2000? My thermos is empty. Nope. Not the Hawks. Storm. Connie got it. It was Seattle Storm. Whoop, 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 Connie. What did the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge name their firstborn child? What did the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge name their firstborn child? Not Catherine. Little brat. That's probably what they were, little brat. Stupid. Well, just think. Who were the children of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge? Were they boy, girls, or what? This was their firstborn child. I need chocolate too, living life loving. I didn't name him Prince. It was a regular name. Incest. No. Y'all are getting a little carried away. Not Archie. Not reptilians. George, the vegan menu got it. They named him George. Yay, vegan menu. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I said their firstborn child. I didn't say whether it was boy or girl. Curious George. What Tom Hopper movie stars Colin Firth as the stuttering king of England? What Tom Hooper's Colin Firth as the stuttering king of England? Did y'all lose my picture for just a second? Mine flipped off and back on for some reason. I don't know why it did that. Little buddy scratching at the door. Let me go let him in. Oh, man. He came in to get him a snack. You sure you didn't blink hard? I may have, but it looked like my camera went black and it just immediately blinked right back on. King's Speech, living life loving. Woohoo! Living life loving got it. Whoop whoop. What post-grunge band song with Arms Wide Open spent 1 week at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 in 2000? What post-grunge band's song with Arms Wide Open spent 1 week at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 in 2000? What was the name of the band? Dump Dump. Nope, not Dump Dump. Not Nirvana. I know it. It's a shame that people like that have nannies that take care of their children. They don't take the time to spend with their own kids. And that's what Diana was trying to change when she ended up marrying um, into the royal family. She wanted to take care of her own children. I'm sure she had help, but she just didn't turn her kids over to a nanny and then forget about them. Creed, Janet Hooks. Whoop, whoop. Go, Janet. Yeah, I'd like some of the money, but I wouldn't want any of their responsibilities. I wouldn't want any of their headache. Okay, Gladys, this is one that's right up your alley. Aired in 2004, what sitcom's final episode was called as an American Girl in Paris, Part Deux? Dukes? Deux? Aired in 2004, what sitcom's final episode was called An American Girl in Paris? What was the name of the show? Stripper Alley? No, not Dickie. I just told you it was American Girl. But what show? The sitcom's final episode was called An American Girl Goes to Paris. What sitcom's final episode? So what show aired this final episode as An American Girl in Paris? Y'all know, you've probably watched it. What do you want, little buddy, huh? You want attention now? See in the City? Sex in the City. Janet Hooks got it. I know she meant Sex in the City. She just mistyped it. Where are you going, little buddy? He says, I ate all my snack. I want more. Let me get him some more. He's got several different types of dry cat food, but he really likes the kind I just gave him. It's got soft centers. It's crunchy on the outside and it has soft centers, and he really likes that. April, Sex Anywhere would be nice. What is Australia's national rugby team nicknamed? What is Australia's national rugby team nicknamed? You want to try it on the rooftop once? Just don't fall off. Your kitties like that too, the ones with the soft centers. He likes it. I mean, he'll eat all the rest of it, but he likes that the best. Not Rugrats. The Wallabies. Connie Jones got it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Connie. The Wallabies. Come on, you want to go out. You went over there and ate a mouthful or two, and now you're just pacing. He's the beatingest thing I've ever seen. He's in one door and out the other. Okay, everybody should know this. It was all over the news. In 2009, U.S. Air Flight 1549 struck a flock of birds, lost engine power, and was forced to land in the Hudson River. What was this accident nicknamed? I remember this happening. In 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 struck a flock of birds, lost engine power, and forced to land in the Hudson River. What was the accident nicknamed? I'm going to give it to Gladys. She knows it was Miracle, but she didn't finish it all. But it's Miracle on the Hudson. And I know that's what Gladys meant. Whoop, 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 Gladys. We're down to 23 people, y'all. What animated movie's theme song is Everything is Awesome? What animated movie's theme song is Everything is Awesome? We got to get more people in chat, y'all. We got to get views up on my videos. This is terrible. Janet Hooks, woo-woo, Lego Movie. TLC member Lisa Lopez dies in a car accident in 2002. What was her stage name? And I've never heard of this. So I doubt any of y'all will know unless you Google it. TLC member Lisa Lopez died in a car accident in 2002. What was her stage name? Give my left eye. Sharon Tate got it. Whoop, 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 Sharon. It was Left Eye. Living Life Loving says Talk Gardens. It seemed like more people were coming in when I was talking gardens. I mean, that's what my channel's all about anyway, and we just started doing this for fun. Y'all want to call the prize for the well, I'll tell you what, I'll finish this card out and then we'll just start chatting. Is that all right with y'all? We'll finish the game with 3 more questions on this, and then we'll pick a prize or pick the winner, and then we'll just chat. We'll chat and cut up and chat. How's that, y'all? Y'all want to do that, or you want to keep playing? Okay. All right. Well, let me ask the 3 last questions on this card, and then we're going to call a winner, and then we're just going to chat and cut up in here. Have fun. Who won the first season of Survivor? Do y'all know that? Who won the first season of Survivor? Richard Hatch. Susan got it. Whoop, whoop, Susan. It was me. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, the next question. What is wrestler's Mark Calloway's stage name? What is wrestler Mark Calloway's stage name? Not I'm a Survivor. Undertaker, Janet Hooks. Whoop, whoop, Sharon. Or Janet. Was Undertaker. Former CIA employee Edward Snowden fled to what country? Former CIA employee Edward Snowden fled to what country? Yeah, I know Janet got it. Russia, April got that one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. April. Okay, let's see. We got 3 for April. We got 6 for Connie. 12 for Living Life Loving. 2 for Sharon. 2 for Susan. Vegan Menu got 2. Janet Hooks got 6. Gladys got 1. And Sharon got 1. So it looks like Living Life Loving is the winner. And I think you said give the prize to someone else. Who wants the little toy for their little doggy? We'll give it to whoever wants this for their little dog. I think April's got got a dog. Susan's got one. I don't know how many others may have one. Gladys, you want it? You said me? It's bigger than your dog, I know. Could you imagine? This toy is bigger than Susan's dogs, her two dogs, and they're so cute. So Gladys, you've got cats, I think. I don't know if you've got dogs, but I think she said she wants it. Tippy would drag it around. Okay, Gladys, we'll send it to you then. Yeah, Gladys says she wants it living life loving. She's got 3 dogs. They'll play tug of war with this thing. It's got 2 squeakers, one in the very end of the tail and one halfway. And I got that ring in the mail to you Tuesday, I think it was, Gladys. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you should get it probably tomorrow or Saturday, I would think. Yay, Gladys, she got the toy. Now, what can we talk about that we shouldn't be talking about? Oh, yeah, what was that root? Oh my God, what was it? It's white and it's about the size of an orange, the ones I've seen, and it's got 4 like sprouts coming out of the top of it. Where like a turnip or a carrot, a beet only has one that comes out. I don't think it was horseradish. Oh heck, I can't think of the name of that. Root vegetables. Let me see if I can find one. Find a picture of one. That'll drive me crazy. It's not a parsnip. I don't think. I found a picture of one. Let me get it bigger. Because it's on the front of a package of seeds with other stuff. Takes this forever to load in. Kohlrabi. That is the name of it, kohlrabi. That's it right there. If y'all can see it. I don't know if it's focused very well. See how it's got like a lot of stalks coming out from it? Whereas a rutabaga or turnip or carrot or any of that stuff only has one basic stem coming out the top. Looks like it's been radiated. But I planted some of the kohlrabi last year, but it got so hot that they started to sprout and then the heat just killed them. But I've planted some more seed this year, and I'm hoping the seed will come up and mature to where I can maybe transplant them out to some other pots, thin it out. Because that's one of the things that I planted in that 5-tier planter. I sowed a bunch of seeds. I put a different type of seed in each tray. It's got 5. And I said that way I can leave some there to grow. And if it needs thinning out, I can pull some out and, transplant them other places. But kohlrabi, that is what it is. White Vienna kohlrabi. And I had watched so many videos where people grow those. And I said, I've never eaten one that I know of. But it looks like a turnip or something like that. And I said, I love turnips and I love rutabagas and all that stuff. So I should like the kohlrabi too, if I never get it to grow. You don't want to say what it looks like? Oh, come on and tell us, Gladys. What does it look like to you? It's like a turnip. You just have to cut the sprouts off of it. Your hubby pulled you out of the car because you can't walk. I'm so sorry, Annie. Or Ann. Yeah, it's supposed to be healthy. I've just never seen them grown anywhere. Except in videos, people in New York and different places grow them. And like I said, I tried them last year. I'm all for something new, so I tried some last year, but it was just so hot and dry, they didn't survive. I saw the one where you said that your husband pulled you out of the car. Is that the one you're talking about, Ann? Were you in an accident? Is that what it was and I missed it? Oh my God, Annie. Ann, I missed that totally. Your car literally caught on fire while you were driving home? Was your husband with you? To her first comment. Well, I saw where she said when she was driving home, her car caught on fire. And her husband pulled her out of the car. I guess he was driving. I don't know. Said it literally scared me to death. Well, I think I went back too far. She said, I was on my way home from scheduling my surgery today and my car caught on fire. And her husband had to pull her out of the car because she can't walk. Oh my God. That would be terrifying, Ann. Oh my God. Did your car completely burn up or someone able to get it put out? You talking about planting kohlrabi now or late January or right now? I planted it about a week or so ago, the seeds, if that's what you're talking about. My legs completely shut down. I can't walk at all. I'm so scared. Yeah, Sharon, that would scare anybody to death. You can't walk and your car catches on fire. Oh my God. I'd have been screaming to the top of my lungs to get me out of there. Which I know her husband was there and he pulled her out, but still, it was like I'd still be screaming, I think. Did you find out why the car caught on fire? There had to be a reason why it caught on fire. Yeah, thank God for your husband. Your husband put it out, wrecker brought car home. Hadn't found out why yet. Huh. That's something. I can walk, I can get out of the car myself, but still, if I was driving down the highway and my car caught on fire, it would literally scare me to death. Yeah, you can literally be frozen from fear. Something like that happens, you don't expect it. Oh my God. Where exactly did it start? The back or the front? Well, I've never had my car to even smoke, so I don't know. I'd be scared to death with either one. Under the hood. Yeah, so there was something to do with the motors or the wiring or something that caused it to catch on fire. Maybe the carburetor or a fuel injection. I don't know what kind of car it was. There's so many different things could happen. Yeah, we can stop right now and say a little prayer for Anne. Chrysler 3000. Yeah, thank God she's okay. And her husband is okay. You never know what'll happen once the car catches on fire. You're dealing with gas there. It's not an old car. Okay, y'all, let's say a little prayer for Anne and her husband. Dear Lord, we come before you tonight asking you to protect Anne and her husband. Keep her safe. Be with her in the days ahead. She's got so many health problems. Please, Lord, we ask in your name to heal her body. And there's other ones that are in my chat that need healing. We ask in your name to heal these people. Give them better days to come. And protect everybody that's in chat or subscribes to my channel. I love each and every one of you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yeah, and thank God that her husband is okay. Because once your car starts on fire like that, depending on why it catches on fire, where exactly the fire is, it could cause your gas tank to blow up. You end up getting fire going down that gasoline line or something. There's no telling what'll happen. Yeah, I've got so many people that come into my chat that subscribe to my channel that have so many health problems. I mean, I've got problems, I've got health problems, but when I hear about the problems a lot of my viewers have and my subscribers have, I feel fortunate that I'm still able to do what little I can do, you know? Living Life Loving says, we would be in trouble if I had to get my husband out of the car, my back, and he needs a walker. Yeah. A lot of times, though, in times of emergencies like that, you start adrenaline pumping up in your body and gives you added strength. You can do a lot of things during a time like that you wouldn't think you could do. But I understand what you're saying, Living Life Loving. A lot of people, you know, may not have been able to get out of that car. And it's a scary situation. You said the car wasn't that old. Is it still under warranty of any kind? Oh, wow, Living Life Loving. So sorry to hear that. It takes your husband 15 minutes to walk from the car on his walker from the garage to the car. Garage door to the car. It's a '06, yes, it's not under warranty. Janet says she shuts down when she gets really scared, and that's not good. No, it's not. You never know how you're going to act in a situation like that until it happens. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, Living Life Loving. You will be in my prayer. Yeah, that's what happened, Susan. There's a lot of things I could do to protect myself or help myself or maybe help others at the time a situation, something like that happens. But then I'll be down with my back and neck after that and suffer with it for several days. I know because I have been in situations, that I've had to exert my body to take care of the problem. And I've suffered for a few days afterward. Oh, goodness. You have to walk fast and your husband walks slow. No, but getting back to that kohlrabi, I've never tasted it, but I'm thinking probably it might be similar to a turnip or a rutabaga or something like that. It might have a parsnip taste. I don't know. I'm just interested in trying one. It actually has a cabbage taste. So you've had it before, Living Life Loving. You've eaten a kohlrabi before. Great in soups. Well, I like parsnips. You know, the parsnips I put in my pork stew were so good. You can actually can it like cabbage. Wow, that's nice to know. Yeah, I love cabbage too. I love cabbage soup. Does it help the plumbing like cabbage? I don't know, but I guess I'll find out if I can grow some. Oh, wow. April's already got tomatoes. I don't even have a tomato plant yet. It'd be so nice to live in a place where you can have a garden all year round. I put a little cabbage in my soup. I may would like it. I'm not bragging, but my tomatoes are over my head, seriously. I know you probably got some good rich dirt there on Maui. You probably got good dirt to plant stuff in. Well, my cherry tomatoes, my grape tomatoes, um, little sweetie cherry tomatoes, all of them got like 12 to 14 foot long. I mean, they got so tall, they went up to the top of the trellis and then flipped over and then went all the way back down to the ground. So they were a good 12 to 14 foot long. Indoor grow lights, but my neighbors would report me they did when I saved monarch butterflies. Yeah, they'd probably report you because they would think you were growing marijuana in your house. Susan says I'll shut up now. Well, we're trying to be on the light note. I can only grow cherry tomatoes here. Really? I would think you would have a good time growing the big slicing tomatoes there. You want to sun-dry tomatoes. I've never tried to dry tomatoes because I figured they're so watery that if I put them in the dehydrator, it would take them 2 or 3 days to ever dry out. Yeah, I'm joking, and it's like dead weight. We try to be funny, living life loving. We try to get in chat and boost everyone's morale and the way they feel and everything else. Get on a happy note. Get people to stop thinking about their problems. Make them laugh. Make them feel good. That's what we're all about. Y'all noticed I drank my coffee and I haven't been yawning. I've been taking my fire cider every day, sometimes twice a day, and I haven't been coughing as bad. I mean, I had 1 or 2 little coughs, but it was not anything major like I did before. Flies or mosquitoes would get the tomatoes, yeah. The ants would get them here probably. Every critter growing would be getting my tomatoes before they dried. I'd have to put them in my dehydrator. And then it would take them forever probably. You'd get stung by some kind of critter. I used to have those little bitty tiny black ants that would come in my house, but I put so much wood chips and everything else out in the yard that they stay outside now for the most part. I haven't been really bothered with them coming in my house. But I try to keep counters clean and the floors clean so there's no food dropped anywhere or anything that they'll come in for. Buy you some tulle, April. You can make like a little tent to go over the tomatoes. That I guess you're talking about sun drying them, and the sun will shine right through the tulle, but the bugs, the gnats, the flies can't get into your tomatoes that you're trying to sun dry. You just have to build you some kind of little frame thing to drape the tulle over and fasten it down. They got to Chris's birthday cake 1 year before he could even have a piece. Oh, so we never left anything like that on the counter, just the table. That is sad. The aunt's got his birthday cake before he could even get a piece of it. Yeah, he sees a smorgasbord out there in my garden. I had watermelons growing last year, melons, all kind of squash, and he was stealing them. I was waiting for that one to get ripe, and he just come and carried it off. He had to work so he didn't get it when we had it. He was a bit mad. Yeah, it was like my brother used to say, he could grow beautiful tomatoes, beautiful garden in his backyard. But every time he'd get tomatoes that would grow and they start turning ripe, the deer would come that night and start eating his tomatoes. He never got tomatoes because the deer would eat them the minute they'd start turning ripe. I said, well, you're going to have to start picking green tomatoes and put them on your counter to ripen, or fence off your garden. And a fence doesn't really do a good job to keep deer out because they'll jump the fence. You'd have to put some kind of top over it. I know because Mom used to have a garden in her backyard, and the deer came in it every night. She could come out on her back porch or back steps and sit down and watch the deer in her backyard. So she had my brothers put a fence up around her garden. It didn't keep them out because they'd jump over the fence. And they had a time going down his row of blueberry bushes and eating his blueberries all the time. I said, well, you just planted a buffet for those deer. I don't have the deer, but I do have the raccoons and the squirrels, armadillos and possums that will eat stuff if it's down low enough that they get to it. The armadillos don't much bother it if it's up off the ground. The possums won't either. But the raccoons and the squirrels, they can get right in the tubs and stuff. Or if you got them growing up on a trellis, they can go up that trellis and get whatever's up there. I just put the treat with ants on it in the sun, and the ants leave then, and I have the treat again. But not where you live. Something is hanging around right now. My dog is on the backyard patrol. Oh, how long have we been on here? It's getting late. Almost 3 hours, y'all. I don't want to try to keep you all night. Yeah, you can put some kind of screen up. I guess if you're going to dry tomatoes outside, you probably would need some kind of a screen box to put over the top. Oh, I'm going to start yawning now. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so it's been a long day. Cats, raccoon, and possum, and I live in the suburbs. Well, we're getting less and less here now because so many people are building homes around, and there's so much more traffic that comes into my subdivision that a lot of the wildlife is being hit by cars and stuff like that. And they don't like all the commotion with the cars coming in all the time. So that deters a lot of them. But if they gotten used to my garden being out here in the backyard, so to them that's food. So they're going to come where the food is. There's Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Well, living life loving won the little doggy toy. It's a little cat or possum or something. I don't know what it is. But she said to give it to somebody else. So Gladys is the one that's going to be getting the toy for her dogs. I'll get it in the mail either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not sure, whenever I can get to town to get to the post office to get it mailed. Baseball season for me. Red fox, coyote, and I live in a big city. Wow, Connie. Living Life Loving's got to go close her coop up. Got to keep those chickens safe. I've never heard of that. Get some ultrasonic animal lights repeller. See if that works. I didn't know they even had ultrasonic animal light repellers. Susan's got a cooking question. And there's Michelle Clouston. Hello, Michelle. Glad you could come in. All you do to blanch vegetables is bring a pot of water to a boil, put your celery or your potatoes or your whatever you're going to blanch in it, and just leave it boiling for a couple of minutes. And that's it. Take the vegetables out, let them cool, and if you're going to freeze them, let them cool off, put them in a baggie or seal them up however you're going to do it, and put them in the freezer. But it's real easy to blanch anything. I think I showed how to do that in one of my videos, was it last summer? I think I showed how I blanched my Swiss chard. Yeah, that's all you do. I tried to freeze celery and they weren't good. Yeah, I don't really like freezing celery. And seems like when you freeze it, it makes your celery get mushy or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's been working, Michelle. The fire cider that I made myself, because where I used to work, the lady would make it for viruses and colds, sore throats, that type of thing. But she cooked hers. She put all the ingredients in a pot and just boiled it till it was nothing but syrup, basically. So that's what I did with mine. And then I threw it in the blender and made like a fire cider syrup. So now what I've been doing is taking a teaspoon of it, and I put about that much water in a little glass, and I put a spoonful of fire cider in it. I put it in the microwave for 2 or 3 seconds, enough to warm, heat up the water just a little, to get it kind of warm enough to where I just kind of sip on it, and then I drink it. And I've been doing it 2 or 3 times, sometimes once a day, sometimes twice, sometimes more. And it seems like my coughing is not as bad now. And I forgot who it was that was sending me fire cider that they made. Who was it that said they were sending me? I forgot. But they're sending me a little bit of the fire cider that they make, that they just put all the ingredients in a jar of vinegar, and then you just leave it sit for like a month and let it ferment and all that. And then you take the water off of it, and that's what you drink. So I'm going to see which one works the best. I'll try hers when it gets here. I haven't gotten it yet. And she said she'd send me the recipe for hers. My tequila cider helps with my cough. I bet it does. It helps a lot. And I've not been coughing as much tonight either. And I've been working in the yard today. I did wear a mask, but I've been working in the yard. And when I came in, I was kind of coughing and it was bothering me some, but I took some of the fire cider and then it just kind of leveled off and it's not been bothering me as bad since. So fire cider does work. I mean, I don't know if it'll completely get rid of your allergy, but it does work. It's been calming mine down quite a bit. I know all the other nights I've been just coughing and gagging and oh, it was awful. So I got two ways of fixing fire cider. The way I fix it, when you cook it, boil it, or either I can do it the way that she's sending me. She's sending me the recipe of what to put in the jar with the vinegar and then just leave it sit for a month. And then you can drink the liquid off of it. Yeah, it seems so good to be able to chat and not just cough my head off the whole time. Yeah, we're going to all say good night because we've been on here for so long. It's almost 3 hours now. And I did not intend to keep y'all this long. So y'all have a blessed night. Have a good day tomorrow. Hope everybody will join me on Sunday for my live chat, if not before. And please watch all my videos. Tell everybody you know to watch my videos, subscribe to my channel, share my channel, and love all of you. I'll see you on my next one. Bye now.